Welcome to the Gastlecast! I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
And on this episode, we're going to talk about Mystery Minis. I never thought I'd say that.
Me neither.
I never thought that I'd want to start collecting Mystery Minis until this past weekend.
They're pretty cool.
The very first Mystery Mini that I ever got actually was on my son's birthday cake, believe it or not. One of our friends put together a birthday cake, his mother, and this was on top, along with another mini that was like a Captain America, but it wasn't Funko. It was like something entirely different.
Oh, okay.
I guess they found them at Toys R Us or something. But it was this Ironman right here, who I think is cool. I think he's a cool little figure. But when I saw him, it didn't make me want to collect them.
Right.
Like, I thought they were cool, and I was okay, they're cool, but I don't want to have another expense. I collect too much as it is. And then I started getting a bunch of them in the Marvel mystery boxes.
Wow, is that where these guys came from?
Yeah, that's where all of these guys came from. So I was able to get a couple of mystery minis. In fact, most of the time they come in like little cardboard boxes. And I was keeping them inside the boxes and just stacking them. And then one day I was like, why am I keeping them in these little boxes? I'm going to open them up. Because on the outside of the box, it actually had a little picture. So I knew what was inside. I don't know what was holding me back. But I will tell you that out of all the ones that I got, now these aren't all of them. I also have a Captain Marvel. She is really cool, has those little fire hands. And then there's She-Hulk. Look at her. She looks all strong. Those are cool. But I happen to like these two the most out of all the ones I received from the Marvel Collecticore box. I think these guys are awesome. Anything Vulture is really neat. Vulture always looks cool. He has little goggles on there, and he has a lot of detail and stuff on his wings and all that, just like the Pops, which I think is awesome. And one thing I've noticed with the Mystery Minis, they have a lot of detail for how small they are.
They really do.
And the other thing that I like about them so much, now, as you can see here, these are all Marvel ones. So if you set them all next to each other, they look relatively, like, you could tell they come from, like, the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like the same artist or something.
Yeah, can I tell you a fun fact about them?
Sure.
So when I was talking to my friend Nick over the weekend, who collects Mystery Minis, he told me that the Marvel ones all have bobbleheads.
Ah, okay.
But not all Mystery Minis have bobbleheads.
Okay. I noticed that. And we'll get to that. But the point that I was making is that they look like they're all from the same artist.
Right.
So Marvel apparently has their own artist.
Yeah.
And then you go to something like Walking Dead. Like Michonne and her pets. You have the other pet there?
I have the other pet.
There we go.
Oh,
Michonne
hold
and...
on. Oh, nope.
There you go.
Right there.
Michonne and her pets. And they're awesome. And as you can tell, no bobblehead on these guys.
Nope.
No bobblehead.
Weird eyes.
Very
weird
like
eyes.
ghostly looking eyes.
Yes.
Which I happen to love.
Even though Michonne's alive, like I would expect maybe zombie creatures to have them, but
the white
even
eyes,
the people do. It's interesting.
Even the people have the white eyes, and but honestly, when I saw these over the weekend, now I've seen them time and time again, like online, like on photos and stuff like that, people trying to trade. I had never held them in my hands before. I'd never seen them really in person and held them. And when I saw them, I was like, oh my god, I gotta buy all these.
Yeah.
The person who had the box of them, they had a ton. And I was picking one out left and right. And I finally, at the end, had this huge pile. And I was like, I have to break this down. I cannot buy all of these today. This is ridiculous. So I ended up buying Michonne the two pets. And then, of course, we have a...
Merle and Zombie Merle.
And then we have Headless Hershel, which I think is awesome. His head actually does remove. Boom, look at that. Which I think is cool. Isn't that awesome? That they add that to a Mystery Mini?
Yes.
It's amazing. And then you have this guy, the Well Walker, and he splits in half too. I mean, that's a lot of detail in a little guy.
It really is.
When you go to open those little boxes up, I remember walking around in Hot Topic and the boxes are like $5.99, $6.99. It was like something like ridiculous. And I'm thinking, why in God's name would I ever spend that kind of money? I'll just go over and buy the $9, $10 pop. Well, these guys completely proved why I would like to have these. Maybe sometimes I would rather collect these. So
Absolutely.
maybe a couple of the Walking Dead lines that come out in the future, maybe I will go after them and kind of mess around with it a little bit. But that's something I do not want to totally get into because it's too much money and we can't handle it because we're getting married.
We are.
The one thing that scares me the most about mystery minis is that when you're opening the boxes, of course, it's always a mystery.
It is.
So you don't know if you're getting what you want.
Right.
You can keep opening boxes and you're getting exactly the same figure. Mm-hmm. Because on the back of the boxes, it tells you how many, I guess, what is your chances are that you're going to get, like,
1 in 6 are the commons, and then there's like 1 in 12, 1 in, I think, 48.
72, I think, is one of them?
Yeah, 1 in 72 is... I want to say it's as high as they go. It's as high as I've seen them go, but they may go beyond that. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Do you know what that, what was the...
The Rosita? I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I know that the Rosita is currently, like, worth above
320, I think. Last time I checked, it was 320.
Yeah, which is wild.
But these guys right here, now I actually bought them. You can show that one too.
Oh, yeah.
I bought these guys, like, in person at a meet one day. I think they're really cool. So, of course, you have Ebony Maw and Thanos. And then this is the custom Thanos, just like our customs we've shown you before. The Galaxy Thanos. He's amazing. And the guy who paints these, he had a couple that had the eyes. And then the other ones had no eyes at all. So it was kind of interesting. I decided I'd go with the one with the eyes so he matched my other Thanos. But... again, scary thought that you go to the store, you go and buy up all these mystery minis, and you get, like, the characters you don't want, like, out of a whole box,
Yeah.
Because I think there's a set of 12 in each of the boxes that you buy.
Yes.
So you have, like, there's a chance in there that 1 in 72 is going to be in there.
Yes. One of our friends recently got 2 entire boxes of the newest mystery minis.
Oh, right.
And it was practically all of the more common ones. He got, like, a couple rare ones. This one, I believe, is a 1 in 6, but I love that guy. Like, I feel like he should have been a more rare one.
If I were to stop collecting Pops and collect these guys instead, I could see it, like me going out and, like, buying a ton of them. Mm-hmm. But after buying all the Pops and all the Dorbs that we already have, it's really hard to go and start picking something like this up.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing about Pops is at least you're not taking a chance.
Right. Where
with Pops, you know what you're getting, you can see what you're getting, and it's not like, oh, well, I'm going to get 10 of the same thing.
Our buddy who bought a bunch of these, he had like 4 of these and like 2 of a lot of the other commons. Did he get any of the high-end ones? None.
No, higher-end, yes, but I believe he was missing, I want to say the 1 in 72, and it was like an exclusive, like a Hot Topic exclusive, if I'm not
that's
mistaken.
Right, that's the other thing. Then you got Hot Topic exclusives and store
Target exclusives. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this would be painful to start collecting.
It really would be. But the good thing about that is if you network and you have friends that collect the same things that you do, you can sort of trade off like we would do with Pops.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So it makes it a little less painful. However, when you get stuck with like 10 of these guys and you only have 2 friends that collect the Pennywises, well, then you're stuck with 8 more.
Yeah.
So these last few are some just random miscellaneous minis that we've collected. Here I've got 2 Harry Potter minis, and he has 2 Disneys. And I decided to show you all these guys sort of together because they look very similar.
It's like the same art style.
Yeah, these are definitely more poppy, as in like smaller bodies, larger heads. Whereas like with the Walking Dead ones, they're a bit more, like I would consider them more to scale.
Yeah.
Aside from their really weird big, like, calves and feet.
They look more, to me, they look more comic booky.
They do, yeah.
Where these look more cartoony.
Yeah, which
makes
is
sense.
Neat. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
So yeah, I love the style of these. This one is Professor Trelawney, and she came in the GameStop mystery box, and this is Filch, the janitor from Harry Potter, and of course Ursula and her 2 eels. Yeah,
so that's the number one thing I can say I like about minis, because we're talking about minis and all the different kinds of minis here that we've collected so far. I like that they all have different art direction.
I love it.
They stand next to each other, and they're far different from the one next to it. Look, I mean, that's 3 different lines right there. So you have your Marvel, your Walking Dead, and your Disney. I mean, they're all different looking. Big heads on these guys. This one's a bobble. No bobble. No bobble. So Marvel apparently bobbles. This guy is more of a comic book look to him, and you know, more mature, because they're bloody. And then you got the cartoon kind of variation of the Disney characters.
Yeah, and Harry Potter too.
And the Harry Potter too.
Yeah, as I was looking through bins of these the other day, and it's really cool because all the Harry Potter ones look similar to this. All the Marvels look similar to the Marvels. Walking Dead looks similar to the Walking Dead. It's really interesting how they do that.
And then the last ones that we have here are more of the horror ones. So you have Elvira here. You have, what's his name?
His name's Adam.
Adam from Beetlejuice.
Yes, he's one of the coolest. I want to say that he probably wins as far as my favorites go, and the other one that I currently have in my other hand.
Oh, okay. And then this one isn't horror. It's Scary Terry, so it kind of falls in the horror genre, I guess, in some weird way.
Yeah, cartoon or horror.
Cartoony horror. Again, it shows you the different art style. It looks exactly like Rick and Morty. It looks like if it fell out of the cartoon.
Yeah,
it walked right out of the cartoon.
He's awesome.
Which I think is neat. But the horror ones, again, they have more of the look of the Walking Dead ones. So I guess the horror ones seem to kind of go hand in hand. So like their hands are bigger and they have like these weird legs and feet. So I guess if anything, the horror ones kind of match the Walking Dead ones.
Yeah, that's
probably the same art direction.
Probably, yeah. To add on to that, my very last horror one, aside from the Pennywise that you guys have already seen, is this Syringe Fingers Freddy, and he has the same eyes as Elvira.
Yeah.
Just really cool. Very, very neat.
They are neat. This Syringe Fingers Freddy is probably my #1 favorite of the Mystery Minis. I think he's awesome. I love the pop as well. Mm-hmm. It's just a cool variant. But all these Mystery Minis that we've come across here recently are awesome. But guys, let us know what your favorite Mystery Mini line is, and maybe what is your favorite Mystery Mini that you've seen here in our video, or maybe your favorite Mystery Mini that you own. We'd love to know all about it. Guys, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We would love for you to share us with all of your friends. Remember to go check out our Instagram at Gastlecast. There's a lot of fun stuff happening over there that you don't know about if you haven't been there before. You can come follow us and check us out. That would also be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Alright guys, remember, we hunt together! We'll catch you next time!
Bye!
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Gastlecast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye!